What's next for Meta? For a look at the future of Facebook's parent company, we're talking with Jeff Horowitz, author of Broken Code Inside Facebook and the Fight to Expose Its Harmful Secrets. Jeff, thanks for coming. So Jeff, what's next for Facebook?
A little early to think about, or at least in terms of what's pleasant, but I think certainly the 2024 election is going to be a big deal for the company. I think one thing that's really remarkable to me is that the problems of 2016 are still the problems of 2024. There are still massive networks of extremely dubious news publishers that have figured out how to effectively and adversarially game the platform's algorithms for mass content distribution. There are still issues with extreme partisan political content just outperforming. And I think there's even still a question as to, like, they haven't even resolved questions like, is it okay for a domestic American, political entity to run a large scale manipulation effort? Like, that's not a clearly answered question inside the company heading into 2024. They could see very clearly how political parties were changing their disc, not just their rhetoric, but even some of their policy positions to basically pander to the algorithm. And so I think even if it's still going to be rough in 2024, it sort of has an appeal of, well, at least we can see why. I mean, the only thing that's changed is that Meta has sort of picked up more of a playbook for extreme emergency, what they used to call break the glass interventions, a phrase that they've retired since it rightly connotes a sense of panic. I don't know that there's any reason to expect the platform is going to behave fundamentally differently, or that because people in the most affluent markets seem to be beginning to move on from Facebook, at least in terms of younger users, that doesn't mean it's not going to still have the punch it packed before.